What is up, Bachelor Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Clickbait. I am your guest co-host, Aaron Clancy, along with my guest co-host, Jill and Mari. Joe is out another week, so if you're missing Joe, you're going to miss him for a little bit longer. As always, we'll have our Bachelor Nation breakdown and our Clickbait of the week. This episode is going to be a pretty interesting one. Our guest is Carly Waddell. We haven't heard from Carly in a long time, so it's going to be nice to catch up with her. But without further ado, Jill, Mari, how you guys?
Good. How are you, Aaron?
I'm doing well. You got a nice little tan. How's
Thank
the cruise?
you. Yeah, I'm catching up to you. It was so much fun. It was really good. It was my first cruise ever, and we were already making plans to make another cruise trip while we were waiting to get off the ship. So it was fantastic. Highly recommend. So much fun. You guys should definitely join me next time.
I was saying, I actually am planning a cruise. Like, no joke.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Wow. Where are you going to go?
So I think I'm going to do the exact same one Mari and Kenny just did, to be honest. It looked amazing. I'm not that good at planning, so I definitely want to, I'm just going to run it back. You guys had fun, so.
Yeah, you'll definitely have a blast. It'll be so good. Jill, you got to come too.
Oh my God, I know. I'm kind of afraid of cruises, low key. I don't know, like being stuck on a ship. This is what I was going to get into like a couple weeks ago, but I didn't want to freak you out on your cruise. I just have like this irrational fear. Actually, no, I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about being on a boat, but I don't know, how many days was it? It wasn't that long, wasn't it?
No, we were there for 6 days and it went by pretty fast. And it was good because you're not at sea all the time. Like you make stops like every other day. So it doesn't feel like you're stuck on a ship because either you're sleeping or you're like in the casino. There's so much to do. It's like, yeah.
Were there like annoying people that you're like, oh, you like kept seeing around?
No.
That's what I would be worried about. I'm like, you're disturbing my peace.
That's so funny. No, actually, there were like a couple groups of people that we did end up bumping into a lot. Just we ended up happening to be in the same restaurants or at the same places or whatever. But no, everybody was really chill. It's an adults only cruise, the one that we did. So that, bonus points for that.
Helps. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I will. Who knows?
You should. Yeah. But what else? Okay. What's up with you this week? What's new?
Oh my God, I feel like last week and this week has been so cursed. So my boyfriend has strep and I have not been feeling well, like randomly like vomiting, like don't know the only thing I can eat is peanut butter and jelly. So I'm running off of peanut butter and jelly and a cup of coffee and I'm like, oh my God, so cursed. I'm just like waiting for this curse to be lifted because this week, bad vibes. So we gotta switch up the vibes.
Jill is like, I've had the absolute worst week ever. I am patient zero for some new pandemic.
It's some new
well,
thing.
I hope you get better.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you guys know how brave I am right now, and I'm really rallying for you guys. So keep that in mind.
We appreciate it.
We're planning cruises. She's just trying to get healthy.
Oh gosh.
Woo, okay, yeah, stop talking about it. Okay. So what's going on this week in Bachelor Nation?
Yeah, let's get into the Bachelor Nation breakdown. There is a lot going on this week. First up, let's talk about Charity because we just got a first look into her season and I think they're wrapping soon. So super exciting. She looks gorgeous. She's obviously stunning, but she's on a beach in some photos that we saw and I'm super excited for her. She kind of is giving me Paradise vibes a little bit in the photos, but hopefully she finds her guy and we don't have to see her on Paradise, but she is rocking it. So I'm super excited for her season. Did you guys get a chance to see those photos?
I did. I saw the photos and I'm super excited. I remember back when they did, was it the Men Tell All or the reunion, some other show, we saw a clip of her first week as Bachelorette, her first night, and her brother is like undercover, the undercover brother. And I'm so excited to see that. So I feel like the season's going to be really good. I've also seen a preview of some of the guys that could be on it. And I'm like, oh, this could be interesting. So very excited for the new season.
I think she's got some contenders.
Yeah, I saw she's in Fiji, right? I think that was in the pictures. So. Yeah, so it's definitely I haven't been to Fiji, but probably a little nicer than the humidity in paradise, right? Because you can tell because she's not profusely sweating. No, it looked amazing. I was actually a big fan of her on the last season here of The Bachelor, so I'm super excited for it. I think she's going to kill it. I think she was the perfect choice, to be honest.
She's so poised.
Couldn't agree more.
Like, I feel like she's so put together. I'm very interested to see how she handles any drama in the house. Because I feel like she's not going to put up with it, or she's going to be like, what is going on? But I hope there is. I kind of always hope for a little bit of drama because it's always just fun to watch. But hopefully it's harmless. You know, it's harmless and she can handle it. I'm sure she'll handle it well.
I think the way the lead handles the drama is like the big like the audience really looks for that. You know, that's the big
for sure.
test.
Yeah, right.
And we saw a lot of that on Zach's season. So hopefully she fares a little bit better. But speaking of Zach, our next Bachelor Nation breakdown topic happens to be about Zach and Katie. They just had an engagement photo shoot, and these pictures are so stunning. They're like light and airy. They just give me all the wedding vibes. So I am excited to see more and to see their wedding pictures someday. I mean, they are stunning.
I know, they were so cute. It was like, they were in some kind of park, and it was just like so romantic. I've been seeing some of their social media posts with each other. It does seem like they're really in love. So I really do hope we get a bachelor wedding. I mean, God, we haven't had one in so long, I feel.
I know. Hopefully they pick up the pace a little bit because we're all anxiously waiting, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I think they do look amazing. I really think the Bachelor Nation weddings seem to be a myth these days. You know, do they even exist? Right?
Mari's like, I'm planning one right now.
I'm planning mine. Yeah. No, we do have a lot of weddings to get to this year, though, and from other seasons, not necessarily from a bachelor or bachelorette, but lots of paradise weddings coming up this year that I'm looking forward to, including my own. So, you know.
Yeah. So it's you, and then who else? Oh, Becca and Thomas sometime.
Yeah,
maybe,
Joe and Serena. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so true. And then
Kaylin and Dean. And then we also.
Oh my God.
I know. And then we also have Hannah G and Dylan.
Oh my God, that is actually so many. You're so right.
Yeah. And Tia also. Literally all of the paradise vibes. Like my whole season who ended up together is like getting married this year. But all that to say that we're not cursed, and we do have a little bit of momentum going with weddings. So hopefully Zach and Katie are next, or soon at least.
Yes.
All right, now let's get into our last Bachelor Nation breakdown today. This is a juicy one. I know you guys have all seen this.
I saw this. I know what it is.
It's Gabby and Clayton bantering a little bit on social media. Oh my goodness. So this all started because Gabby posted a photo in this super sexy dress, black dress. She looked amazing, right? And her caption was Clayton with an asterisk, like kind of blocking out his name, but obviously not, was supposed to propose to me in this dress, right? So now everyone's like, Clayton, you got 10 seconds to respond. Like, what are you going to say to this? And he actually followed through and responded. And he told her that he should bring the dress to Arizona with her, presumably to visit him, right? Like, what's going on here?
I hope nothing.
Jill.
This boy has been messy. He's been so messy. He literally, like, I mean, the stuff with, like, Rachel, there was the rumors with Rachel, and then now there's rumors with Gabby, and I'm like, boy, you need to take a break. We gotta take a break. It's too much.
Yeah. I think it's a joke.
It's in good fun, obviously.
I think it's a joke, but maybe there's a lot of truth in jokes, right? So maybe Mans wants a second chance.
I don't know.
But I feel like that would be doing the most, though. It's a little, it's like. I don't know. There's just too much that's happened to make it feasible for me.
I know. I think it's just fun banter. And then also the relationship I really want to see is Gabby and Vinny. Like, that's the one that I'm invested in. That's the kind of, like, funny, playful banter that I really want to see, because I feel like there could be a hint of truth to it. So,
you know what? I have to disagree. I think
really,
I love the banter. Okay, don't get me wrong. The social media stuff is cute, but I don't see them going anywhere seriously. I think it's all kind of a show. They have fun. They flirt, which is great. Like, they would look amazing together, but I don't think I would see them in a serious relationship.
Have you listened to Caitlin Bristow's podcast? and
No,
seen.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, well, maybe you should listen to that. Because I think it could be something. You don't break my heart here. I kind of feel like it could be something. Whatever. But if it's not, who knows? But honestly, the Clayton and Gabby thing did give me a good chuckle. And I did wake up to a bunch of text messages. Oh my God, Gabby's picture. Look at the comments. Just good little
Gabby,
fun gossip.
And Gabby looked good in the dress, Clayton fumbled the
bag, Oh my God, Aaron.
Just gotta keep reminding him, can't let him look past that.
Right. Never, yeah. Oh, God bless him. Okay, so I think now is a good time to go into the clickbait of the week. So this one is right up my alley. So it's dating tips for women from 1938. So I'm just gonna read some of them to you. They're so crazy. I'm gonna read some of them to you, and then we're gonna chit chat a little bit about our thoughts. So, number 1, men don't like girls who borrow their handkerchief and smudge them with lipstick. Makeup in privacy.
I cannot. Okay, hold on. I actually do have a comment about this because I was competing in a pageant several months ago, right? And I was like putting on lip gloss at one of the after dinner parties, right? And I was like in the corner off to the side, just like putting on my lip gloss, fixing myself. And one of the like workers at the pageant, who was an older man, looks at me and he goes, "Don't fix your makeup out here. Go in the restroom." And I was like, what? I was like, what the heck? What kind of outdated? Strange. Yeah. I was like, what kind of outdated like thing is that? But I guess it has to do with this rule. Like you shouldn't fix your makeup in front of people or men. I don't know.
Why? Is it because we want it to be like, oh my God, so mythical? Like I just come out looking like this. Like guys, I think we all know this is mythical. Like so fake. Like if you take one look at me right now, like that this is a mask. Like there is no hiding it. I feel like everyone knows it now. That was a strange one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're past that. We have the get ready with me's. We have the, makeup reviews. It's not really a secret anymore.
Well,
exactly.
It was. I mean, as a guy, I know I'm coming on the other side. Like it was 100 years ago. I read all of them. I don't think any of them are necessary. The dating tips are a little bit obviously weird from 100 years ago. So
yeah, right.
I don't wear makeup, so I don't put them on in public or private.
He's like, I don't need it. Okay. So another really funny one was don't drink too much, as a man expects you to keep your dignity all evening. Drinking may make some girls seem clever, but most get silly.
Oh my goodness. And the judgment.
Like this may be the only one that holds a little bit of validity if you're like on a first date. And I feel like, but it goes for men as well. Like men shouldn't drink too much either, at least on the first date. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm all about it. I mean, if you need it to calm your nerves, it's just going to make you open up and loosen up and feel better. Like, cool, have a drink. I understand not going overboard with it. You don't want to be sloppy. But I mean, I'm all for having a drink if you want it or need it. Go ahead.
Oh,
yeah, definitely. I think it just goes like, don't drink enough to compromise your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just like socially lubricate for sure. I'm down with that. We all have those friends. I think we all have those friends that we know someone at least that when they drink, they turn into like a different person. It's like in their DNA or something. So yeah, if you're that person, like don't do it.
Then maybe not. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Okay. These are last two. Well, these last couple are my favorite. Okay. Don't be sentimental or try to get him to say something he doesn't want to by working on his emotions. Men don't like tears, especially in public places. Okay, well, I've got some news for men. I love to cry, and I am trying to get them sentimental immediately. Like, I need the emotional connection.
Yeah,
right?
You want to know that they're going to be able to like reciprocate that, because if you're someone who's like super emotional and you bear everything, wear your heart on your sleeve, and they're just kind of like stone cold, like that's not going to work. So that is something you should know early on.
Yeah, but honestly, I think this just gives us a great idea of what marriage was like during this time, because you always see like 1950s housewives, they're miserable, their husbands cheat, they stay home with their fancy little gadgets and their raised ranch, and then and that's it, that's their lives. So like they're miserable because their husbands won't talk to them and they can't get silly with drink. It must have been, I'm honestly so glad I have rights. Like I'm so glad that
seriously
I'm living in this time. I don't think I'm cut out for that kind of lifestyle.
No way.
I don't like crying in public though, personally.
I don't think I think I've seen you cry maybe like a half a time.
Yeah. It's just like I'm not on any 1930s, type thing, but I just don't like crying in public. I don't know.
Okay, like I can see that. But would you like if a girl was crying in front? I mean, that's happened to you many times. Girls crying in front of you.
I don't judge anyone for crying ever. It's just I personally get it makes me uncomfortable to cry. I don't know.
Wait, it makes you uncomfortable for you to cry, or it makes you uncomfortable if you see somebody crying?
No. If I see someone crying, I want to like help them out. It doesn't make me uncomfortable, but I don't like to cry.
Okay. Well, fine, whatever. Hold that same energy for yourself, Aaron.
One thing I did think was funny on that post was don't like no public displays of affection.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm giving my girl cheek kisses and forehead kisses in the grocery store, So I don't agree with that one.
He's like, I'm giving him a show. Yeah, but my favorite part of that
come on, give me some sugar. Give me some sugar, baby.
The funniest part about that one was the exact verbiage was, don't be familiar with your escort by caressing him in public.
Okay. Maybe that one wasn't meant to be in the post then, because escort is crazy.
Yeah.
I know, but I think that's just the terminology back then.
I also think, as we were
crazy.
talking about before, like it has to do with like men weren't faithful very often back then. So they could be saying like, if you're seeing a guy who's married, like don't be familiar with him. Like don't do little cute things because you're not his wife or whatever.
Oh my God, wait, that's so true. Why did they get all of this? Like, they just get to live their lives.
Yeah.
And we have to be like,
oh, that's wild. Like if you're a side piece, don't do wifey level requests.
Yeah,
I know, right? If you're a side piece, any open show of affection is in bad taste. Usually embarrasses or humiliates him. Oh, boo hoo!
Get over it.
Honestly, get over it. Yeah, I thought that was amazing, and I think that we definitely should not take any tips from 1938.
I 100% agree with that. Well, now seems like the perfect time to introduce the guest to the pod. We know her from Chris Soule's season of The Bachelor, and she was on 2 seasons of Bachelor in Paradise. So Bachelor Nation, please help us welcome Carly to the podcast.
Bachelor Nation, we are so excited to have Carly Waddell on the podcast with us. Carly, welcome. My name is Mari. We're here with Aaron and Jill as well, and we're so excited to have you. Thanks for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I haven't done a podcast in so many years, so this is the first one to be back on. It's fun.
Oh, well, we're glad to be your official welcome committee. How are you doing?
Good. If my dog barks, he's sitting over there. I hope he doesn't, but if he does, I apologize.
Carly, I'm so excited to talk to you because when I first started getting into the show, I was like, I need to watch Paradise. And the only seasons that were available on Hulu were your seasons, and they were they were so good. It honestly got me hooked on. That was even before I was on the show, and it truly inspired me. Your journey inspired me.
Oh, God.
Carly,
thank you, I guess. Also,
so funny.
Yeah.
Carly, actually, the exact same story as Jill. My name's Aaron, by the way. So watch your seasons. Epic, absolutely epic season. You're a legend.
Well, I've had my ups and downs, that's for sure.
We all do. We all do.
Man.
It has been a minute since all that has happened. So what's going on with you now? What's new? Catch us up.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys know I am divorced. I have 2 kids though with Evan, which they're my pride and joy. They're the best things in my life. One is with the nanny right now. One is at school. 5-year-old and 3-year-old, Bella and Charlie. And we live in this beautiful home, and we are, I don't know, we're just like living our best lives, honestly. Like I'm I'm happy and we got like a good thing going on here. I'm releasing music. On Monday, my first single's coming out of 6 songs. So that's really cool. I haven't sang since I was like a mom. So trying to kind of like get back to Carly, separate from like momhood, which I think is terrifying, but also like really liberating. I'm also like 37, so I feel like really old doing this, but it's okay.
Oh, listen, you don't look a day over 25, so you're doing great. What inspired you to want to make that transition back into finding Carly, like you said?
Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, you know, there's always this, do you want more kids thing that like happens with moms. And that happened when I was still married and I knew I didn't want any more kids. So I think even getting more back to myself was already happening before I even got divorced. I kind of was like, okay, I'm a mom, but like I used to travel the world and I used to sing everywhere. And I really missed that part of myself. And so I do think that getting divorced also kind of forced me into being like, okay, who are you separate from anyone else? But it's really, I don't know, it's been really cathartic and really great. I don't know. I feel like I started the ball rolling and then kind of got more forced into it. But I think it's been like, honestly, the best thing that's ever happened to me is like taking a step forward in my life, but also kind of looking at who I used to be and being like inspired by that person. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah. That is beautiful, honestly. So I know that you mentioned your divorce. If you're open to talking about it, can you just kind of share with us what it's been like since then? I know, you know, like kind of coming into yourself. Has there been any challenges? Do you have any advice for anybody who might be going through something similar?
You know, people ask me all the time, like, how do you do it? Like, you look so happy and blah, blah, blah. And gosh, my best advice, honestly, is just take it day by day because it really takes time. Like I would say a wound never truly heals when you're with someone. But I do think that every single day gets better. And then there becomes a day that you like just don't think about it anymore. And the only time I even really, you know, have to think about that part of my life is, you know, if I have to ask Evan a question about like co-parenting or something. But I have the kids most of the time. So really we're just kind of like doing our own thing. But honestly, it's just like day by day. It really is. It just gets easier and like better and you find happy again, sort of, if you're lucky, you know, so.
No, that's great advice. That's great advice. I almost feel like it's kind of the same with like grieving. Like you really just have to prioritize like survival mode. And then eventually you just don't think about it.
Yeah. And I mean, kids are such a big distraction, you know, like I don't really get to think about myself a lot anyway, but in the time that I do, it is grief at the beginning. It's a death of like the biggest relationship I've ever had. But yeah, the kids are a great distraction, I will say.
And Carly, I noticed you mentioned you're releasing some music.
Yes.
Did the inspo for that kind of come from the big life change, the divorce, children?
You know, it's interesting because so I started writing music with this company, and there's 2 writers I was writing with, and it was like 2 months after I was like asked for a divorce. And I was like, I just need to do something that makes me happy. So I kind of was like, let me start writing again. And they asked, like, do you want to write about your divorce? And I was like, no, why would I want to think about that more? Like, no. And they actually were really like, I think you should. I think it'd be good for you. And I just did it. I was like, no, I want to write like fun. Like, I'm a very fun person. I'm quirky. I like jokes. Like I wanted to write fun, like women empowerment songs. I was like, I just want to be like Shania Twain. Like, I want people to be like, oh man, that song is so cool. That song is so good. Like, what a fun summer vibe. And then maybe throw in like one sad song in there. But really, it's so funny because everybody thinks all these songs are about Evan, and I'm like, they're not. I'm a storyteller. I'm not Taylor Swift. I don't want to be Taylor Swift. I didn't want to write about my life. There's like one song that's even sort of relatively about Evan and our marriage, but it's my next single coming out. Oh my gosh, cute little kitty. But it's about the kids really, and the relationship in that I was talking about. In that, there's, I would say 50% about us, 50% not about us. So it drives me crazy when people are like, "Oh, I thought these songs are about Evan. You're so mean," or whatever. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's not about Evan. But people will think what they want to think. It's fine. But no, it's just, I just wanted to write like fun, feel good music about other people. We just like create a character and then start writing about this person. I'd be like, okay, I think this person's doing this today. And we'd be like, okay, let's write about him. So,
that's such a cool concept. No, that's really great. And it definitely feels like country pop princess vibes. So I'm loving it. I think, it's like a banger. And I haven't even heard the whole thing yet, obviously, but it sounds really good. And I love that you also mentioned that, you draw inspiration from your kids and what's going on with them. So can you talk a little bit about co-parenting, what that's been like?
Yeah, I mean, it's been relatively easy. We haven't had any even a major discussion really about anything. He has the kids every other weekend he picks Bella up at school on Friday and then comes to get Charlie, and then he drops her off at school on Monday morning and then drops Charlie off. So he has them like 6 nights a month, like 4 full days. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of am pretty hands off. At the beginning I was like, oh God, what are they doing? What are they doing when they're not with me? And now I'm just kind of like, they're doing their thing. I'll do my thing. If there's a sickness or something, obviously he'll tell me and we'll handle it. But co-parenting's been really easy. He's done this before. He has 3 older kids. Right. So he knows what he's doing. I'm a really good mom. So like I've got it together. I know what I'm doing. He definitely knows I'm a great mom. So I think it's
you are
kind of like we trust each other kind of thing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely does. So how do you balance being a mom with being a public figure and now releasing new music? I mean, it's a lot to juggle. You wear lots of hats. So how do you do it?
I have no idea. I haven't done anything this big for myself in so long that I really have I feel like this music stuff has made me feel like I'm constantly going to throw up at every single moment because I'm so nervous about it. I know, I'm like, it's like my 3rd baby. But I think, my kids are my number 1 fans. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but they've heard all of my music. I have 6 music videos. They've watched all of my music videos. They know all the words. They're so excited. So it's really fun having little cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. I know they're very biased, but I mean, I've taken the time to do the music stuff. It's taken me 2.5 years. It's been a 2.5 year process. But in that time, I have my nanny, who is actually also a singer-songwriter in town. She's one of my really good friends now. My mom helps out. I have so many people here to help me when I have to go out of town to record something or whatever. And then as a public figure, I don't know. I feel like I've shared my life pretty openly for so long, like on Instagram and stuff, that is kind of easy. And like my kids, my daughter walks around all day and she's like, Mom, can I have your phone? Hi, I'm Bella. Let's do, like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So one day I'm going to have to figure out how to balance that a little bit better. But I don't know. Everything right now is a very controlled environment. I don't know what's going to happen with music or where that would go or what path that would lead me down. So today I'm in balance. Tomorrow I'm not sure, but I really try to live in the present.
So Carly, I know you mentioned your kids know about all the music, number 1 fans. Do they know about The Bachelor at all?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
I don't really know. So Evan took them on a trip to the beach. Like, when was that? I don't know, a few months ago. And Bella was like, Mommy, we watched you on TV. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I know that he showed the kids Paradise, but I have never really talked about that with them. They're very confused when we go on public and someone's like, Carly, I love you, or whatever, which I'm sure you guys get all the time. And they just are like, oh, mommy, you have so many friends. I'm like, yes.
Oh,
yeah. So they just, they don't
nice.
really even know what that is. We were watching Indian Matchmaker the other day, and I was trying to explain to Bella what dating was. And she's like, I don't know what that is. And then I told her, but if she doesn't know it from Indian Matchmaker, then she definitely doesn't know it from the Bachelor. I actually don't even think that they don't even understand that their daddy and I were ever married. Like they don't, they're too young to even understand that.
Are you still close with a lot of people from your season or from the show?
Yeah,
Nashville, maybe.
Gosh, in Nashville, who's even like?
There's so
or just anywhere.
Nashville's like later. Yes, I mean, I just went to so Julia Kinney from my season of Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise. She's actually marrying Evan's brother. So I was just at her bachelorette party 2 weekends ago in Vegas. She's still one of my absolute best friends. They met at my wedding.
Oh my gosh.
How sweet.
I love that. That's crazy.
And that's so wild. So we were like almost sisters, you guys, like for real.
Aww.
Can you believe it's so close yet so far? And then I still talk to Jade. I still talk to Whitney every now and again. Sometimes I see Caitlin out and about, but no, I definitely still talk to people. It's hard. I'm a mom. Like I don't have time, but I try to make the phone calls and see people when I can.
So we always see musical guests on the show. Would you go back to the show and be a musical guest?
I'm trying to think of like what song would even work. I have a song called Just Work. That might work, but it's not a slow song, so people would have to be like bopping to it. I don't know. I don't think my music works, but I would love
to write a song specifically for that.
Yes, I need to write a love song. I did not do.
Oh my God. That would be amazing. Speaking of love, have you been dating?
No, I honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. So my whole adult life, I was either singing on cruise ships or I was like on many seasons of The Bachelor. So I don't know how to date. I don't want to do dating apps, I don't think, because I'm just like very fearful of what that even entails. I don't know. I usually try to go out like at least once every weekend I don't have the kids and just get out and about, but I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. So no, the answer is I have no idea how to date. And one day I just think this dark, handsome stranger is going to like walk into my life and rock my world, but I have no idea where he is or what he's doing currently.
We certainly hope so. Well, in the meantime, we can let the other Bachelor Nation members date in the meantime. Speaking of which, Bachelor in Paradise is coming up and you're a vet, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anyone who might be hitting the sand this summer?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, like just go with a super open mind. Like really, you never know who you're going to fall in love with. I will be one person to really say that. Give people that you wouldn't normally date a chance. And just like have fun and don't take it too seriously. Because like just, it's a fun place to be. And it can stay that way. It doesn't have to get so dramatic.
Well, they love the drama.
They sure do.
Yeah, hindsight is definitely 2020, but I feel like when you're there, you're like, my world is ending. Oh my God.
No, I know.
It is so dramatic. And your first time around ended in like true heartbreak.
That was so terrible. I'm still so embarrassed. Oh gosh.
No, I wouldn't be embarrassed.
Well, maybe you should go back on the show.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm so old. But no, I do look back and I'm like, ooh, maybe shouldn't have done that. It's funny because the whole like Kirk thing, this is a little insider information. So the reason I freaked out wasn't honestly because he was like telling me that he was breaking up with me, it was because 20 minutes before that, we were sitting at the pool and he was like inviting me back to his house. He was like, I'm so excited for you to see my home and all this stuff. And then he broke up with me 20 minutes later. Obviously, the cameras were not on us. But that's why I was so confused, because I thought everybody was playing a trick on me. I thought I was like being punked. It wasn't, I mean, yes, I was heartbroken. He was breaking up with me, but it was more than that. I was like, am I being really, really tricked here? Because he just said something different to me 20 minutes ago. And now he's sitting here telling me it's over. Like that was what was messing with my brain.
Yeah, being blindsided like that. Well, now that you give us the tea, that totally makes way more sense now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Right.
How crazy.
Yeah, that was not fun. That was not a fun day for me.
Did you guys ever reconcile or like talk again after the show?
We did. He had a girl back home that he basically said, I don't know if he broke up with her for the show. I'm not saying that, but he said that he couldn't stop thinking about her when he was dating me. So that
oh my God.
That's the worst.
But which didn't make me feel better. But at least I knew, like, it was me, but it wasn't me. You know?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what made you want to come back and do it again?
Oh gosh. I don't even know. I mean, I really do truly believe in love. I do. I know what it feels like. I have, especially like with my kids, even like there's such a pure love that I know does exist out there. So I think going back into Paradise, I knew it was out there for me. I still know it's out there for me. But I will truly never give up on love. That is one thing I can say about myself. Even though I've been burned multiple times, but I know it's still there. It's still there.
Definitely. She's a hopeless romantic. We love that.
I really am.
Oh my God. I love that so much. Okay. So have you been keeping up with the show? Do you watch the seasons? Or are you just like so busy you can't?
Gosh, it's so hard. So the time of the show has always been an issue with me because that's when my kids go to bed. So even when we were married, I was like putting the kids to bed and Evan was watching the show. But then I think I got so out of watching nighttime TV. So now my TV is just like kids Netflix or Blippy. Like I don't even get my TV anymore unless I have weekends with no kids, but then I try to go out. So I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of TV. And if I had that on, I think my kids would be asking a lot of questions about makeout scenes and all sorts of stuff I'm not ready to talk to them about.
That is so true.
Yeah. We get it. You're busy. You've got new music coming out. Superwoman over here. Is there a chance that we could get a little preview maybe of what's to come on your EP?
Oh my gosh. Gosh. Well, I will say that. So the first song comes out what date is that? I should know this information. I think it's on the May 1st, and then the second song is coming out really quickly after that. It's actually going to come out on the 12th. It's going to come out before Mother's Day, and that's my song. I'll tell you guys first. It's called Two Little Angels. And it's really about a relationship that people, kind of question, should you stay together if you have kids or not? And this song is really about that. And it's really left unended, like open-ended. So there's no yes or no. It's kind of for whoever, but whoever you're with, you still end up with like these beautiful kids that are like your greatest joy. So that's my second single, but they're really fun songs. The next one's called Drinking Game, and it's like a really great summer song. But and then we end up the last song's called My Kind of Woman, which is it's fun and super poppy, but they're all just really like, besides Two Little Angels, fun, like good woman empowerment song.
I love that. Do you have a favorite? Like, are you more excited for people to hear one specific song?
Honestly, Two Little Angels is so good. It's slow. It has like strings in it. It's a beautiful, beautiful song that I think is really going to touch people. But drinking game is really fun. It's always been, I mean, I like to drink. And
Same.
yeah, but you know, it's actually really funny now that I'm thinking back to it. So drinking game was written because you know that game that people play that's like, can I steal you for a second? And they're like, drink on the Bachelor. Have you ever played that game?
No.
So if somebody says, can I steal you for a second? You like take a shot or whatever. Yes. So this was based on that idea, and it's about this husband or boyfriend or whatever, and he works all the time, and this girl's like trying to get him to come out and hang out, and he always says like, I'll be out in a minute. And so she starts playing this game with herself, and it's just a drinking game by herself, that every time he says I'll be out in a minute, it says like if you say I'll be out in a minute, and every time you lie, I'm winning. Oh, I love the way we play this drinking game. So she's like winning this game by, I don't know. It's a silly song, but it's really fun. But it was based solely on that Bachelor drinking game. So dumb.
I love that.
Goodness.
Okay, well, Carly, thank you so much for chatting with us today. I have a little game. Speaking of drinking games, this is not a drinking game, but this is just a regular game.
I have water.
Okay.
All right.
A regular game of rapid fire questions. Okay.
Oh, God.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Brush my teeth.
Okay. Love that. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Okay. Your top destination in the world?
Probably Italy.
Ooh. Go-to cocktail?
Right now, high noon.
Ooh, okay. Cats or dogs?
Oh, God, I have both. Oh, that seems so mean. Dog.
So hard. Oh, okay. The best dating advice you've ever received?
Oh, gosh. Probably just do it. Go for it. I should tell myself that again.
Right. What's the screensaver on your phone?
Oh, my kids.
Oh.
Yeah. This.
Oh, how cute. They're matching outfits.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good one for you. Your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, the other day I did "You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man." It's like an old country song.
Ooh,
okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the final one, what are your do's and don'ts for anyone that goes to paradise?
Don't take it too seriously. Wait, don't take it too seriously. Have fun. Drink. Do let loose.
Dude.
Do drink.
If that makes yeah. You still have to let loose and have fun and not take yourself too seriously all at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
probably bad advice. Don't drink too much.
All right, well, thank you. That's all the questions that I have. So,
Well, Carly, thank you so much for being here today. We had so much fun, and we are so excited to hear all of your new music. And thank you for giving us some exclusive info. That's so fun.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And we know that our listeners are going to love your music as well. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and for hanging out with us.
Of course.
She was cool. She was really, really fun.
Oh my
I liked
God,
her a lot.
Yeah, so sweet. And I love everything she's doing. She's just got it all going on, you know?
I know. I love what
She sounds like her divorce was like the best thing for her. Sounds
I
like she's like
Yeah.
really she's like living her best life. That's amazing. Nice house, your kids, everything.
I'm so excited to hear the new music as well. It sounds so fun.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be jamming.
I was gonna say Your Friends Like Me More. That single. That one's about Evan for sure. Who's your friend?
Oh my
God,
goodness.
I can't believe that her best friend is now gonna marry Evan's brother?
Oh my gosh, what a small, isn't that crazy?
That is so crazy. But then think about that wedding. Damn.
Awkward.
I'm gonna think about that
maybe.
wedding.
Awkward.
I'm sure it'll be good though. Wow.
No, but she doesn't seem like she lets anything, bother her. Just kind of roll off the back.
No.
So good for her.
She's so cool. I love her. I wish she would go on Paradise again. I feel like we need that.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was thinking about that. I don't know who I would see her potentially with, though. It seems like...
I know. We would need another Michael A. type.
Yeah. Someone like a bit more mature maybe than things we got going on.
Seasoned, experienced, you know?
I can't really see her. Can't really see her with like the Johnnies, the Logans, you know?
No.
The shade. I know what you're saying.
No shade to them.
I'm just kidding.
I'm dead.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, Carly, thank you for being here today. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in.
As always, make sure to subscribe and submit all your burning questions. Check us out on social and like, comment, DM us. You know where to find us at ClickbaitBN on Instagram. From there, you can find our TikTok and Facebook.
Share your stories with us. We want to know what clickbait you're looking at this week. And Prime members, be sure to listen to Clickbait ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today, or you can listen ad-free on Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. But before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Thanks again to everyone, and make sure to tune in next week for a new episode of Clickbait.
Bye.
Bye.